Are we on? I would hope so. Hello? Hello, can anyone see me? Oh my god, what's on my face? This is already a bad episode. Hello everyone. It is Sunday. We are here. We're gonna have a great time today. I'm in my underwear. I'm in Atlantic City, first of all. The hotel room's freezing. I'm keeping this on. I assure you, you can't. You can't look. This is where. Okay, you believe me? Thank you. I am in my underwear. It is Sunday. I have coffee here. Maybe I'll have more later. And this is Atlantic City. You know, Atlantic City. The city is just like condemned. I don't know what else to say. The beach is great. It's got surf and sand, like the water's beautiful, and then there's like a giant dilapidated Hilton. Yeah, so it's sad. It's empty. It's very 28 days later. If you haven't already, I must behoove you. I must beseech you. I must handily encourage you to go watch the latest AEW with the premier athletes they never thought they would get on. This is their shot. Tony Nese, Ari Daivari, Mark Sterling. Go watch it, go like, go comment, go share. We discuss a number of topics, including what Mark first wrestled as and legal issues like, is it legal to pee on your opponent, and Upper Deck, and Major Wrestling Figures podcast. Those people, those weird people. So go watch, go like, go comment, go share. I also want to say at 10, I will be receiving a phone call from a one Jared Cheek, who will be interviewing me. I'll have it on speaker. They are in the, as you know, there's been a attack and an attempt to defund public television and public radio. I talked to this guy before on the stream once. I'm going to talk to him again during the fundraiser, WFHB in Indiana. They're doing a fund drive. He's going to call me. And by the way, heads up, my buddy Addison Rogers, a.k.a. Kashmir Dupree on the radio. Oh, did I blow his real name? He's in a band. Will be co-hosting with me today. Let me look this up and give everyone the... it's on my Instagram story if you want the link. WFHB.org. I'm excited about this. So they'll call me and we'll do an interview and I'll say, don't defund public radio. They're good people. Look at how nice this is. Look at how nice these people are. What are we doing? Volunteer-powered community radio. You can't do better than that. And then they are in Indiana, right? Community radio station in Bloomington, Indiana. Small paid staff of and over 150 volunteers, including me, I guess. So, WFHB.org. They will be interviewing me live around 10, and I will just put it on speaker so everyone can hear it. Sorry about last week, by the way. That was awful. It just would not. It refused to stream, but I was in the chat, and it was frustrating. It was really frustrating. Also, last night, I have an upset stomach, but I don't know what I had in catering. I'm not feeling, it's not bad, but it's not great. But I was walking last night, and who do I run into in the hotel in Atlantic City at, 12 o'clock? Mass Sanity, who is in the chat, who's back, of course, the gifter of both Joe Piscopo and Bruce Valanche biographies, of which I've told Tony how great those books are. Maybe he'll get them too. And he was wearing his David Arquette shirt for some awful reason. Let's talk to everybody. Philberto said, good morning, RJ. Would you please sing a song in your inimitable style in honor of my dear sweet Chicklet for her 40th birthday? Melissa, by Merciful Fate. Please and thank you. Philberto doesn't know how the system works. I can't do it for him if it's not his birthday. He doesn't get a free song. It's not how it works. But thanks, but happy birthday. Chronic Snake said, how do you come up with the neat wordplay for episode names? Thesaurus, very well read. Mutant power, also high. Big fan of alliteration. And I feel like shit. So, Apoplectic and Atlantic City meant a lot of sense to me. Mia said, good morning, beautiful people. Ash, Cam, Dara, Christine, James, Mass Sanity. Prisma said, over, under on the stream working today. Fuck you. Manuel said, who's your favorite TV lawyer? Friendly Woods on Law and Order, I think was good. Judge Harry Stone on Night Court. Mike said, good morning. Sean said, hey, yo, culties. Mia said, let's not jinx it. Nell said, good morning. Here before the notification. Let's see if he starts mid-sentence. Kendi said, good morning, everyone. A.K.A. Baldy's been a member for 35 months and simply says, Mauve Beret. See, I'm saying it like Orn now. Mauve. Kendi said, thank you, Nails. Oh, it's Kendi's birthday? Am I crazy? I'm confused now. Yes, it is. Okay, well, happy birthday to you, Kendi. James said, Premier Athletes, where's Josh Woods at? I don't know. I'll interview him and find out. The guy wasn't there. What do you want me to do? We got an episode to crank out. Nails has been a member for 60 months. This is just sad now. Happy cultiversary for me. Kendi, you can get an RJ cameo for her birthday. Can you sass her here instead? Yes. Happy birthday, Kendi. Or maybe it's not a happy birthday because for the first time in a number of years, you did not get a cameo from me for my birthday. Or maybe it's good. Maybe this is a lesson that things will not always stay the same and that things will continue to change and you should get used to them and stop fucking complaining about them on Twitter like I'm supposed to feel bad that it's your birthday. Like you didn't get a video message from me on your birthday. You know how many people would kill not to get a video message from me on their birthday? Most. But no, you have to take offense to the situation. These poor people couldn't shell out, I don't know, $50. It's a reasonable price to get a cameo from me. Well, now you're getting this for fucking free. So who's really fucked themselves here? Me. Emmanuel said, donate to your local PBS station wherever you are. Mia said, on the radio. Walter said, hi, RJ. Saw AW Collision on Saturday. Good matches. And I would like to draw particular attention to the Harley Cameron Anna Jay post-match promo that was just posted nary minutes ago, which Harley says inimitably. She says, meteors don't quit, which tells me perhaps she's not familiar with meteors. Steven said, I love PBS. Walter said, I will watch the new AEW, RJ. Good guests. Thank you. What was that, episode 140? Christina, you keeping track? Mia said, having upset summits suck. It's not like ruined. It's just like on the. It's something to be aware of. Does that make any sense? It could go either way if I wasn't careful. Bob said, did they indeed blow up the Chicken Man last night, as the song says? I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Joe said, good morning, everyone. RJ, have you ever seen the show Headlocked with Joe Pesci? You're thinking of Full Nelson with Joe Pesci. Let me look this up. Half Nelson. Excuse me. We're both wrong. American Detective Comedy Drama Series starring Joe Pesci that aired on NBC from March until May 1985. Pilot starred Hollywood actor Rod Taylor. Rocky Nelson is a former New York cop moved to Beverly Hills where he got a job at a private security service for the rich and famous while attempting to make it as an actor. In addition to guarding celebrities, he also helped solve crime. This feels like Barry. Are you ready for the cast list? Because it might be one of the best casts of all time. Joe Pesci, Fred Williamson as Chester Long, Victoria Jackson, Bubba Smith, Dick Butkus, Gary Grubbs, and Dean Martin as himself. Isn't that incredible? I should watch these. They can't be that bad. It's also sad that there isn't more information on it. Oh, wow. That's a shame. I was going to say I'm far behind, but what happened is I scrolled to the top and I don't know why. Headlocked. Here we go. Nell said, we love David. Christine said, can you please sing something lovely and soothing for Sociera? She deserves it. Soft and soothing. When somebody loves you, it's no good unless he loves you all the way through the good or lean years and through all the in-between years. Come what may, taller than the tallest tree is. That's how it's got to feel. Deeper than the deep blue sea is. That's how deep it goes, if it's real. When somebody loves you, it's no good unless they love you all the way. Happy to be near you when you need someone to cheer you. Come what may. Who knows where the road will lead us? Only a fool can say. But if you let me love you, it's for sure I'm gonna love you all the way. All the way. I don't know if it was lovely, but nevertheless, here we are. Morning. Red Dog said, morning, RJ, Sketchy Mike, and everyone. Who the fuck is Sketchy Mike? It's probably a guy on the Atlantic City boardwalk. Sean can say, good morning, everyone. I used to listen to WFHB when I lived in Bloomington, so hearing RJ mention it randomly is wild. This isn't random, Shanika. We're raising funds. Red Dog said, Saul Goodman and Franklin Bash are the best. Messani said, a few days ago, I signed up for PBS Passport, which gets me access to some more content on the streaming app. You know, I looked the other day at their merch. I can't get an official PBS shirt. It's a pain in the ass. They should be cranking those out. Mr. Scott said, good morning, all. Nail said, Kendi, change happens. Suck it up. Christine said, can Canadians tribute to PBS? I watched a lot of WNED Buffalo as a kid. My understanding is that they can because WNED served Western New York and Southern Ontario. So let me look. That's a great question. Yeah, it's called Buffalo Toronto Public Media. How fantastic is that? Alongside NPR member WBFO and classical music station WNED FM. Station covers both the Niagara Falls metropolitan area and the GTA, the Greater Toronto area. That's wild. I'm getting into can everyone just hang on for 40 minutes while I read the history of WNED? That is, and I've seen it in Buffalo. You could see the building when you're downtown Buffalo. For the better part of the last 4 decades, WNED has relied heavily on Toronto and Southern Ontario for viewership and financial support. Since at least 1999, it's identified as serving Buffalo, Toronto on air. Toronto is the center market with over 7 million people, 7 times the population of WNED's American coverage area. More than half WNED members are in Canada. WNED officials told the Buffalo News that Canadians represented 66% of the station's viewership and membership revenue. WNED opted against moving its IP unit to Channel 23 due to concerns it would lose most of its viewership on Canadian cable. Not only does WNED take a large Canadian audience into account, but more than half of its financial support comes in Canadian dollars. WNED has long operated a development sales office in Toronto. I'm about to give you the address away so you can go there, Christine. Starwood Center, 477 Richmond Street West. That's incredible. I can't think of anything else like that. That's really some serious bridging countries, bringing them together. It's beautiful. Walter said, on Thursday, AW Collision this week. Yes, Wednesday and Thursday we're in Detroit, and I believe Wednesday, as always, we're live on PBS at 8 p.m. And then Thursday, I believe Collision is live on PBS at 8 p.m. Sean said, tank top, a hoodie, what gives? I proved, I'm freezing here. Walter said, I just read that. Mia said, RJ and I are the same. We'll never get our $10 that we let someone borrow. We are still waiting. Being kind sucks sometimes. I don't even know if it was kind. I was fucking bullied and fleeced. Christine said, yes, episode 140. It was a Premier Athletes, episode 140. Dave said, great hay this morning. Lots of Springfield references. That's where I'm from. Walter said, John Moxley will lose his Samoa Joe in the steel cage match. I'll take your word for it. JD from New York said, AEW will fail, and then wrote Bruce. Is this the actual? This can't be the actual guy. There's no way this is the actual guy. No, it's a parody of the guy. That's great. That's incredible. I will say, oh no, maybe it is. No, it's not. It's not. What was I going to say? Oh, that's what I was going to say. I don't want to spill any beans. There was someone at AW last night who I don't fucking care for. And you might see me in their video on another channel sometime soon. I just wanted to see the month number. What are you talking about? Do we have to get rid of this guy? I got to get rid of this guy on purpose. Hide user on this channel. Done, I think. There's no way that dude is actually here. Kevin said block JD. I think I did. Did I? I think I did. I hit him. I didn't block. I feel bad. Block's too rough. You know, man, I need to take these people's money, Kevin. Joe said, he's talking about Half Nelson. The cast was amazing. I'm hooked. I've never hit the block button so fast. Prisma said, it's dilapidated, by the way, not dilapidated. Dilapidated. Oh, thank you. I just want to help you avoid Cabana ahead of the curb moments going forward. He's not exactly Ernest Hemingway, that Colt Cabana. Nell said, he's a horrible person, I know, but I think this is a bot. Surely he can't possibly spend his time doing that. You know, I love how commenting on my channel is considered the waste for all wrestling podcast people. Bob said, hey, I made that best of AW Supercut. So Bob Boole has done a tremendous public service. After talking about doing a best of for fucking years, they've never made it yet. 140 episodes. Bob was sweet enough. You can go to his channel and watch it. The best of AEW with almost an hour. And it includes a lot of shit. And he did a beautiful job. So thank you. It's not doing bad. I think it's doing well for your channel. I don't know if you can monetize these things. I don't know if it'll be taken down. I just want you to know I appreciate the work. Thank you, Bob. Go watch the best of Hay on his channel. We're working on one. That, I think, pushed them over the edge. They went, shit. Somebody else is doing it and everyone loves it? Fuck. Nell said, if it's the real guy, I'm happy you turned up Google Block's channel. It's not the real guy. Relax. Everybody calm down. Everybody knows. Candy said, thank you for the sass. The birthday is no longer ruined. Christine said, that was lovely. So Sierra said, thank you, RJ. You know, it's fucked. I put delete the message, and now all I see is message deleted. I'm hiding this guy. I see it all over my timeline. I can't read the comments. Sean said, I can't block him. It's too entertaining. of all the stations to be raising funds for. Is it bad? I ask as I'm about to go on. It's not like it's Nazi radio. I don't think you can go wrong with public radio, right? They have a Wikipedia. Station is supported financially by contributions from listeners and program underwriting by local businesses, as well as community service grants from the Corporation for Public Broadcasting. Yeah, they don't have any dirt that I can read on Wikipedia, at least. I think that's good. Can I get a shirt? You can also hear them in Nashville. Why don't they have a shop? They do have a merch store. They have a tote bag. Fuck yes, they do. This is how I'm going to spend my time now. I'm going to be buying shirts from public community radio. Oh, that's wonderful. They have some really nice. They have some shirts. They have some hats. WFHB.org. Miss Annie said, have you seen the Jesse Ventura documentary on PBS yet? I haven't. I was so moved by his TV movie biopic where he wrestled Canyon. Sean said, for real, if he blocks him, he'll move on. I'd rather he's stuck to doing this for an hour. That's true. Oh my God, just spamming away. Nail said we should have had Christine keep a troll count for us. I'm sure they're only on about 5 since the beginning. There are rare. Really, there have not been that many bad people. It's alarming. Mia said, how are you not hot wearing all those clothes filming Hey? When we're finished, my back is usually covered in sweat. The sweatiest I've ever been was the Gabe Kidd interview and the Minoru Suzuki interview. Christine said, well, I just donated to WFHB. Now I have to donate to WNED. Mr. Scott said, do you have a favorite Ruth Buzzy memory? Well, I mean, obviously the cameo that David got me was so moving. I thought she was so funny and sweet. But I will I loved her work on Sesame Street. I think in the early mid-90s, she was quite a regular. And she did a really nice sing what I sing, sing after me, be my echo if you can be, with an opera singer. And then she was a member of like the Triangle Society with Telly, who is the most underappreciated Sesame Street monster ever. He's a rampant conspiracy theorist. Maybe I should talk about that on the radio today. Aaron said 60 months. I think they're playing my song. Oh, they're playing my song. Oh, just to playing my song. And when they're playing my song, everybody's got to shh, shh, shh. Don't say a word now. This is that sweet melody. Happy to say in my own humble way, every perfect note that was written for me. Oh, they're playing this tune. Oh, that is ending so soon. And they all got to go just to know that they've been playing. Da, da, da. At first, I thought this place was a dive. I chose it in haste, but they surely got taste. As long as they're playing my song. Who's known? 9 months ago, I would give birth at my piano. In all honesty, I've got to admit, I knew this song would be an international hit. Oh, the song that was humming along. That couple half at the door. Let's come back to hear more of my music. Playing my song. I'm sorry, you were saying? That's no way those words are in the right order, but nevertheless. I also saw, and I'm trying to find a video of it, that Jason Alexander played that role. And I think it's probably awful, so I'm going to see it. Red Dog said, there was an old 80s PBS show I can't find. It always had a heavy-set woman with a beehive-style hairdo and a guy dressed like a hobo singing about a train going down the tracks. You, my friend, are thinking of Shining Time Station? Reach for the stars, follow the railroad, think of the morning sun. And can someone help Red Dog here? Oh my God, Queen of the Ring is here, and you can also watch her all her shit. Not all of it. Watch her shit pertaining to this company. Let's retrain her algorithm. Yeah, click on her. She's a good, fine person. Click, watch, mill around. And now someone is in here pretending to be Tony Khan. This is great. This is I guess I have to block this guy too. Yeah, I can't engage this in good conscience after singing they're playing our song, after giving the performance of a lifetime. Fuck. All right. I gotta hide this poor guy too. Jesus. Really getting destroyed here. What happened today? Why is it bot day? Shawnee said it's not bad at all. WFHB is awesome. I'm just amused. Mia said, are we rolling? That fucking Stanley Tucci something else, huh? To be that pompous all the time about everything is remarkable. Lady said, about PBS funding, #SavePBS. I don't think it's a hashtag, but great. Christine said, oh, I'm getting a shirt from Indiana and a journal from Buffalo. Lady said, I want the PBS mystery shirt or mug or something. That was a great, horrible intro. Frightening intro as a child. James said, this is wild as AJ Styles is getting... This is as wild as AJ Styles getting hacked on Twitter last night. Oh, wild. Melissa said, this is like an old school AOL chat now. Mia said, RJ looks so tired. Thanks, Mia. I really appreciate it. Nell said, it's well known they spend Sunday morning together plotting evil wrestling content sabotage. Miss Andy said AOL would have automatically booted the troll for spamming and violating the AOL terms of service. Lady said, I'm a PBSW ETA kind of girl. Melissa said, hey, RJ, it's been a while since I've woken up this early for a live feed. Can you sing your favorite Muppet song? I didn't really financially contribute. It's sort of per the rules. My favorite one is Zelda Rose and her singing owl. And the owl says, who? And she says, and it'll go like, who stole my heart away? Who makes me dream all day? And it's a wonderful song. Miss Annie said, Sesame Street's Facebook page had a nice tribute post for Ruth Buzzy. That poor bitch. God bless. Nell said, I love it when songs get aggressive. I've lost my place. These people are calling soon. Nothing is original said, what are your top 3 theater plays? Oh, my God. Well, Glengarry Glen Ross. Noises Off. I can't think of a third. I'm just thinking of all musicals. I'm trying to think of plays that I would enjoy. No, I'm sticking with 2. Sean said, at the Shining Time Station, where dreams will come true, waiting there for you. Ellie said, does anyone else remember the PBS show Between the Lions? Yes, and they were lions who read. That's a premise. Mia said, congratulations to me. I made my last car payment this month. Congratulations. Gee, I don't know if it's congratulations. You're more avoiding a bad thing than a good, like, you. I don't know. You did the thing you were asked to do. I don't know. Don't be so. Just relax is what I'm saying. Miss Andy said, do you prefer Ringo Starr or George Carlin as the train conductor? My understanding is that Ringo was first. Let's find out what Thomas is doing today. And then he was replaced by George. Let's find out what Thomas is doing today. And then their insane explanation was that they were cousins from the North Pole. Let me look this up and see if there's a story. Let's see if this was explained away. And then Alec Baldwin, was it in 2006, which did not age well. Here we go. So Ringo Starr did season 1 and the Christmas special. He was a 20-centimeter tall conductor with a magic whistle that helps people put away. George Carlin was Mr. Conductor for seasons 2 and 3 and family specials. He is Mr. Conductor's cousin. So why did Ringo Starr leave Shining Down Research? He left the show after its initial season to focus on his musical career. How difficult was it to play the conductor? He often praises his own work on the show. Jesus. That was fucking weird. Red Dog said, I don't think it was Shining Time Station. She always sang about the train going clickety-clack down the track. Let me see if I can help this fucking poor bastard. PBS Kids share a story. No. Oh. It is Between the Lines, I think. No. Humans in it. A lot of shows said clickety clack. Are you sure it said clickety clack? And say something else? All right, we're waiting for this phone call from the fine people at WFHB. Very exciting. You can listen and donate at WFHB.org. Jared Cheek, he's raring to go. Gonna have a nice time. Will we see Mother RJ on a Mother's Day special? She's been fucking banned from the show. I'm worried about you. You need to get some rest. Thanks. Shad Khan said, oh boy, I gotta get rid of this guy too. This was a targeted attack. It's a shame. I like these. Ultimately. Efren said, have you seen Dear Evan Hansen? I haven't. Do I need to? Because it seems like I've already seen it. Does that make any sense? Leishy's Presence has reminded me there's an Alpha 1 show today. It is streaming on High Spots. Go watch it. Mia said these bots are on fire. It's a targeted attack. I'm enemy number 1. Leishy said Alpha 1 is at 4 p.m. Eastern. It's going to be a great show. Sean said that North Pole accent is a very tough one to master. 10:10 a.m. So we have 7 minutes, and they will be calling, and then we'll talk, and we'll have a nice show. This is great. This is great. I'm excited about this. Also, I want to apologize for. I didn't know I was on camera. I didn't know they were using this fucking shot. I was on the. First of all, fuck you guys for not bringing me up on the stage. I want to talk about the movies. I have strong opinions on the film business and classic cinema. I did do a TikTok live with Ben, which I'm trying to track down because we got into an argument. But I didn't fucking know. Look at me. I'm saying someone please include me in this. Nothing is Original said, what is your process into giving such amazing interviews? 3 tips. 1, stop asking the same fucking questions. 2, don't be afraid to push back on your guests. Whatever they say, if it's not the answer you want, you can keep trying to get the answer. It's not just call and response. 3, don't be locked into your notes. This is a mistake I've made and had to really try not to. As great and as useful as your notes are, take what you're being given by the person, because sometimes it will take you into a different direction, in a better direction that you didn't think of. And if it doesn't work out, then you have your notes. Christine said, did someone just barge out of the room? I'm guessing Sylvia. Yes, the help. Ellie said, I mean, when you're the fourth famous Beatle, you have a bit of time on your hands. Red Dog said, it's been driving me nuts trying to figure out the show. What's that figure out? Rob is still asleep, said Nails. I might kick him out of the cult. Sylvia's doing great. Everyone relax. Nails for every... Oh, look, CM Punk is here. Jesus. This is the same guy, and it's just great. It's incredible. Google says the show may be called Clickety Clack. No. Click and Clacks? No. Clickety Clack. But that show's too new. 2002. It's just a story bumper, and it's animated. It's not a beehive. It's not anything he was saying. Fuck, this shit is different. Very, very difficult. Jesus, said Nails, this guy needs friends. I feel so bad for him. I don't feel that bad for him. It's fun. It's a fun hobby. If I was in the mood, I would fucking do this. Mia said, what's the cheat meal? Not dying today. I probably nothing. Probably just tea. We are minutes away, 3 minutes from the all-important phone call from our fine friends at WFHB. This is going to be great. I can't wait. Mike said, what's your travel going to be like during the Philly residency? Is it worth flying home at all? I guess it depends where we're going in between. I don't really know. I'm going to have to think about it. Philly's not necessarily the best place to spend a week. We're going to have to figure that all out. Miss Andy said, the PBS show Clickety Clack featured several actors, including Robert Culp, Norman Levitt, Ellen Corby, Peter Leeds, and James Griffith. Let me look this up. Where are you looking at this? Robert Culp. Oh, this has to be it. Where are you finding this? So the phrase Clickety Clack refers to the theme song of Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. That's what's coming up for me. Where is this shit? I'm copying and pasting what you said, Miss Annie, to find Ellen Corby. Let's look at the filmography. She's from the Waltons. I don't see anything. She was in a night gallery. I think you're full of shit, Miss Annie. Nothing is original said, RJ, if you were on vacation and needed a temporary host for Hey, who would you consider in AEW? Oh boy. I think I would get Renee because it's good to see people fail. Lady Pam said, RJ, when are you coming back to commentate Mystery Wrestling? I don't think they have multiple appearances from people. I think it's just one and done. So I may have retired from it. Joe Hendry is here, who I'm now getting rid of too. Christine said, what do you want for your birthday? Just peace. I want to be left alone. Candy said, if you stay in Philly, you need to stop by the America Treasure Tour. You know what I realized was here, and I only realized it because I saw an ad as I was going through the airport. Storybook Land. It's an amusement park in Egg Harbor, New Jersey. And it's my understanding that it has a Mr. Rogers Neighborhood ride. Right. Let me see. And they're going to be calling soon. Bubbles the Coaster, Rock and Tug, Work Zone, TikTok Drop. I thought there was a land of make-believe. Maybe there's not. Oh, Idlewild is where the Mr. Rogers it's not there anymore? Oh, fuck you. They had a 25-year run and it closed in 2013, at which point plans were made to replace it with a new ride based on Daniel Tiger's Neighborhood. Stupid. You really got to look it up, though. It's fantastic. You take the trolley into the land of make-believe. Hello? How are you? I'm good. You're cutting out. Is everything okay?
You were cutting out.
Hello? Better? Is it better? Worse? The same? You're still cutting out. This is awful. Ah! Okay, hold on. Hot start. Hello?
Is that any better?
So much better.
Really? Okay.
Yes.
I don't know what I did, but I'm glad it's better.
It may be me. I'm in a hotel in Atlantic City, and I think I just had to shut off the Wi-Fi here.
Okay. All right. This is Addison. Hello. What's up, RJ? Nice to meet you.
Lovely to meet you.
Okay. You can hear both of us. You're coming through. I'm going to... Are you ready to be on the air?
Yes, I'm at the ready.
Awesome. You what?
I'm at the ready, yes.
Perfect. Okay, we're going to put on our headphones, and we will talk to you for a little bit. Yeah. Thanks again, RJ.
Of course, happy to do it.
On the air. Awesome.
Ho Hendry is actually a good name. That's pretty fun.
You are listening to WFHB. It's the 2025 Spring Fun Drive. WFHB.org. 812-323-1200. Shama is at the phones ready to take your call. Kashmir, how are you doing?
Doing good.
Good.
At a different pace, and I do appreciate it. A lot of hustle and bustle. That's what's needed for WFHB.
That's right. Hey, good news. We have a special celebrity guest on the phone.
Oh, I like this a lot.
Ladies and gentlemen, when you think of great Canadians, Neil Young, Rick Moranis, am I missing any? Anyone else?
Wayne Gretzky from Canada.
Oh, have you checked up on him lately?
I'm sorry.
We'll talk about it later. RJ City's on the phone. RJ City, welcome to Soft Sounds on WFHB.
Thank you for having me, and thank you for setting the bar at an unreasonable level by calling me a celebrity and a great Canadian. I really appreciate it.
Of course. Where can you tell us where you're calling from?
Yes, like all great Canadians, I'm calling from a hotel room in Atlantic City.
You know, I turned some of my favorite Canadians come from. Yeah. You know, I turned on TBS last night, and I saw this wrestling show from this beautiful building. Tony Storm was out there on a balcony overlooking the boardwalk. Okay. What did you have to do with all that last night, RJ?
I said, hey, that boardwalk looks nice. And she said, watch this. Tony Storm, for your listeners who don't know, is like if TCM was a wrestler, I think is a good way to put it.
Yeah. I should stop right now and give you a better introduction. RJ City, folks, you might know RJ from AEW, All Elite Wrestling, SC on TBS, TNT, Max, pay-per-view, all these places. RJ is a wrestler, although they haven't had a wrestling match in a while, but they are a host. And I'll let you finish your sentence now, RJ. Sorry for interrupting.
No, it's okay. And I was just at the TCM Film Festival with Tony Storm, who, for those of you listening, I feel like your listeners are the kind of people who will hate wrestling but love Tony Storm.
Yeah.
So I would like to encourage them to seek it out, put up with the 2 hours of hitting, and you'll see one crazy woman that you will like.
And RJ, correct me if I'm wrong, but you're very responsible for a lot of the storylines that we see with RJ or with Tony Storm.
I would say I'm more of like a creative consultant, and I would perhaps tell the production team what tint of black and white is appropriate. What songs are nice. Certainly, it was my responsibility to get Ben Mankiewicz on AEW. That's the only thing I will be taking credit for.
Exactly. Getting Ben Mankiewicz involved with professional wrestling on television. Yes, Kashmir.
I'm sorry. I don't often watch wrestling.
Yeah, there's no reason to really.
There's a lot of different names and words and concepts.
You heard it turn to classic movies, though.
I have. Oh, that's what you meant by TCM.
Yeah.
Oh, very good.
That's TCM.
Yeah.
Now, it seems to me, one thing I know about wrestling, it seems like it's a very close-knit community. Or it can be. How does that relate to what we have here in Bloomington with our
community radio?
Well, I would say similarly to you guys, if it wasn't for the supporters, none of this would exist. If no one was watching, if no one was listening, if no one was buying shirts. And I do want to say, on my YouTube stream, I did plug, and I will be getting the lovely WFHB shirts you guys have on the website. It's hip.
Really?
It's true. Yeah, it's a nice shirt. So yeah, it's one of those things where it's like, why do we do it? It's like, because people enjoy it. And if it wasn't for them, this is a weird, I have grievances with a lot of things, but like defunding public radio and PBS, I got so angry. I took such a stance, and it's important now more than ever. If you want to play Tiny Tim's last album, you should have free license to, and people should be enjoying it.
Right. Oh, that's right. Who cares about his weird hygiene habits and the other things, you know?
Yeah, who cares about his horror film Blood Harvest? It's not really necessary right now. But no.
Speaking of which,
go ahead.
Yeah, you can get that shirt. You can get the new Bad News Tees printed tote bag, a classic hoodie. All these items are available with your WFHB tax deductible donation.
That's right. Please donate now, 812-323-1200, or go to our website,
WFHB.org.
Now,
opportunities to have people like RJ on the radio.
Can I ask you guys a question about the donations?
Of course.
Okay. What would you say is the general dollar amount that people donate?
That's the thing. It's a lot of small donations.
Right.
We're a big community coming together with, $20, $25 at a time.
It's like 100 people against one big gorilla.
Right.
Most of them are.
So is there an amount? Is there like a high dollar amount where you would go, okay, buddy, I think you're making this about you?
I mean, earlier on the Brown County Radio Hour, Ray said, give $5 or $500, whatever you have. If someone gave $500, it would definitely be okay, what are you dealing with?
Our goal this hour is to raise $250. I'll tell you that. If one person did that, we would give them the key to the city.
The royal treatment.
Before we go any further, we want to thank Donna for donating at the end of the last hour, for the Brown County hour. Thank you, Donna. For your donation.
We also have received our first donation for this show from Naomi.
Thank you, Naomi.
Naomi says, Bloomington's most rock news radio programs live here. Keep it up. Thank you so much, Naomi, for responding and making WFHB a part of your life. And I believe Naomi It's coming from out of town too.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. We're worldwide.
We're going
RJ,
out to Kansas City.
RJ, what's the community radio? What was, or growing up in Canada? What is the community radio situation like where you grew up?
I was just talking about this, and it's very unusual. We have our PBS station, and they have radio stations, is WNED, and it is, to my knowledge, the only station that serves both Canada and the U.S. It serves Buffalo and Toronto.
Okay.
So that was mine. It was big time stuff to watch. Zoom. I loved watching Zoom, and I have a supercut on my YouTube of me watching all these Zoom intros and criticizing all the kids announcing their names.
Fantastic. That was something I watched with my brother growing up. And what was the name of that language? Zoomy?
Oh, yes.
I can't remember how you speak it, but I loved it when they talked about it. It was almost hypnotizing.
Yes. I was doing some digging. Both of you must be familiar with Shining Time Station.
Of course.
Okay.
And both of us are train conductors.
Yes.
Train conductors. Conductors?
Yes.
I just found out that some of the actors on that did other things as well, like George Carlin and Ringo Starr. They actually had careers besides Shining Time Station, which is interesting.
Well, that brings me to my discovery, is that Ringo did the first season, and then seasons 2 and 3, he was replaced by George Carlin, who was his first cousin from the North Pole.
Oh.
And the reason that Ringo Starr stepped away was to focus on his music career.
I thought you were going to say his digital artwork career.
Yes. No, but how taxing was it being the conductor? Was it that hard to say, let's find out what Thomas is doing today?
Yeah.
That you can't sing With a Little Help from My Friends for the 800th time?
Yeah, it was probably all recorded in one afternoon in the studio, just thinking about,
Yes.
If he needs to leave anything, it should be, I need to focus on my musical career.
Right.
That makes me think we had a tape growing up. Steamer Presents.
Mm.
There were some things in that we would quote all the time. It was all Steamer, getting up to his goose. Just strange stuff on there. It was beautiful that they made full tape of it. There was a crazy song towards the end about sharing.
Yes.
Like caring. About the herring, which is sort of like a fish, which is kind of like sharing. Childhood memories.
And lest we forget, the wonderful Dee Dee Khan was also the train station manager.
Oh, of course.
Yeah. I do want to let you fellas know that I did make a $100 donation via the website just now, mainly because I want the T-shirt.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
And on top, that is the community we're talking about here.
Yeah.
People who believe in this, who are part of it, who already get so much from it, are getting so much back.
Well, we thank you. And we thank everyone else who's donated out there. Like we said, the small donations are good because they add up money-wise, but also it's a good signal to the world and the people in charge of making decisions that there are a lot of individuals who care about community radio. Not just, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I get you. The more, these people, maybe all they have to give is a couple bucks, but they want to let people know, hey, I care about this thing, it's important to me. Now, more than ever. In these unprecedented times.
They're a little precedented, to be fair.
Right, actually. That's yeah.
Anyway, it's like, call up 812-323-1200. Or go to our website, WFHB.org. Hit that big red button. We'd like to thank a couple more people.
Oh, this is great.
Robert got a T-shirt.
That's me.
Robert, thank you, Robert.
That's me. Don't you understand what the R stands for?
Oh, the R is Robert. This is a Soft Sounds exclusive.
Come on, fellas. We're real breaking news.
Is that on your Wikipedia page?
Let me look. For the longest time, I didn't have one, and I really felt... No, it's not. Oh boy.
If anyone out there is an official licensed Wikipedia editor, you can now add Robert as RJ's first name thanks to the WFHB. Hey, seriously, thank you, Robert.
Yes. Robert's a big. Look, I couldn't care either way, but Robert is a big supporter of community radio.
We have one more here from David. My elderly gray cat Galileo and I are chilling hard to soft sounds.
Who was that from?
David.
Thank you, David.
Thank you very much, Dave. And
wow.
That's a great reminder that soft sounds just show that you can enjoy in any way you care to, whether it be with your cat, by yourself, with other loved ones, out and about. WFHB has given us the opportunity to start up such an interesting, strange thing like soft sounds.
You know, something that WFHB does that's an important resource is our community calendar.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
Let's take a look very quickly. Jacob's Harp Academy has their spring recital at Our Hall on the second floor of the Simon Music Center at 200 South Eagleston. That's today from 2 to 4.
Am I still on this show?
Escape the Week Mega Marathon Star Wars Episode 8. Episode 8, The Last Jedi, is going to be the IU Cinema. That's today at 4. Puppet Making with Polka Dots for ages 5 to 9 is in the Children's Program Room at the Monroe County Public Library. That's from 4 to 5 today. And you know what? Our complete calendar listing is available at WFHB.org. To get your event listed in the calendar, please send full details to calendars@WFHB.org at least 1 week in advance. The event calendar is a volunteer-powered public service of your community radio station, WFHB. RJ, I know you have a plane to catch, probably. Can I ask you one more question before we go?
Please.
You know, in a lot of your interviews, I appreciate some references you make to things that the average wrestling fan might not catch or get the reference to.
Right.
Have there been many times where you've had to edit something out because you're like, you know, this might not land with enough people to be worthwhile to leave in here?
No, you know, as part of the obscure reference making community, which I'm including both of you in, I think it's important when you are making references in certain media to not hinge the whole thing on the reference. If you make it have some backbone either way, and if you don't come to a full stop at the reference, you make it and sort of brush by onto other stuff. So it's something where if you don't get it, you're not at a loss. But if you get it, great. I mean, I grew up watching The Muppet Show and SCTV as a child. So both were making references, and they did not care that I got them or not. But neither did I. I mean, I also feel like if you don't know the reference, you can look it up. There's nothing wrong with you know, at least thinking your audience can be smarter and figure it out.
Entirely.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. Most people are idiots. But other than that, there's a few who will look it up.
And that's the beauty of the community you're in, the community that we're in.
Yes.
We give them an opportunity to engage.
Yes, it is engagement. That to me is true engagement. I don't get your reference, but I'm going to look it up. That is engagement to me.
Right. You know that something is being said. You're not quite sure yet what it might be.
Right.
You can appreciate that someone is trying to meet you halfway.
Yes.
RJ, what can we look forward to from RJ City in the rest of 2025?
Oh my God. Well, I just did 140 episodes of Hey EW, my interview series on AEW. I will be having, unfortunately no signs of slowing down there. And I'll be doing more pay-per-views with my dear friend Renee Paquette and probably some stupid, horrible things with David Arquette. So if you have a Frank-sounding last name, I will probably work with you.
I never put together how their last names sound a little similar.
Yeah.
RJ City is a former tag team partner of actor David Arquette. Actor and wrestler David.
Yeah,
Arquette.
and both should be in quotations.
Hey, we have Addison has something in his hand. I do. Let's quickly say what that is before we go any further.
Yes, for sure. We have another contribution from Tim Baker
Ooh.
from the Switchyard House supporting
Oh, wow.
WFHB.
Thank you, Tim.
Yeah, and they're a group that has shows regularly on Sunday nights, and we've paired with them in the past. So again, another person
Thank you,
who's
Tim.
a part of the community of WFHB and wants to show their support. Thank you so much, Tim.
Thank you, Tim. Thank you, Naomi. Thank you, David. Thank you, RJ. Thank you, Robert.
Robert. Yes.
RJ, I appreciate your time talking to us so far. I'll don't want to take any more of it, but we appreciate you talking to us.
Thanks for being here.
Always a pleasure. Last time you were on, we got so many cards and letters saying, wow, I enjoyed hearing RJ on local community radio. When will RJ be back? The answer is right now.
Yeah, and I don't know if I'll be back after this because this is the only radio appearance that has ever cost me money. So, congrats to both of you.
Yeah.
Opportunities we can give, you have to pay.
Yes.
RJ, the world requires a glow, but you only give them a glimmer. You don't blind them.
Thank you.
Thanks again. Have a great day.
Thank you.
Thanks again for talking to us and for your generous donation. If you want to donate just like RJ did, WFHB.org, 812-323-1200. Chama is ready to take your call. Let's get back to the music. Here's Bill Evans. Thank you again, RJ. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Well, that was the show. I'm not going to spin. I'll give you a look at these. I do have a plane to catch. Go donate to WFHB. Go watch the latest Hey W with the premier athletes. Go watch, go like, go comment, go share. And I'll see you soon. Until next time, Godspeed and God bless.